Campbell from DotNetRocks here at Build in Anaheim, California, and I'm sitting with Scott Cate. Hi, Scott. How are you?
Hello, sir. It's good to see you. It's good to be back in your presence.
So we just wrapped up the second day keynotes. We had Jason Zander and Scott Guthrie, and good stuff. Any thoughts?
I keep thinking about how the world changes with all of this new stuff, and my brain is a little scrambled right now, trying to figure out what I should do next. There's always two parts of me when I come to this conference. There's today, and then there's planning for tomorrow. And I always think about, all this stuff is great, and it's exciting, and we love it, and we want to start building for it. But we really can't do anything for a couple months, right? Well, I guess some of the Azure stuff is available, but all the Windows 8 and the new ASP.NET, really excited about WebSocket support that Scott Guthrie showed this morning. Can't really roll into production for a while, so what can we do today versus what we can do tomorrow? But tomorrow sure looks exciting.
Well, and the preview version of Studio 11 sort of confuses things because the 11 happens to be 2011, and we know there's no way any of that's going to ship before 2012.
Right. And do you think that'll be the final branding, Visual Studio 11, or is that a code name? Is that a project name? Is that just what happened to be on a label somewhere?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are all code names. They're even saying that for Windows 8. We may actually have a different name.
Right. And what shall that be?
Yeah, I think we're a long way from deciding any of that. I was really impressed on day one seeing Blend work in HTML5 and XAML.
It's really amazing. I mean, I have to say that this is the most exciting conference I've ever been to in my Microsoft history of about 13, 14 years. Even more exciting way back when .NET was first announced. What is that, 2000, 2001 era?
Yeah, it was the PDC in 2000. And I've heard this from a few folks now that they're comparing this event to the PDC 2000 around the secrecy and also the impact of that change. Although I'm pleased to see that our languages aren't going away. That our technologies aren't going away, they're just being added to with Metro.
You mean you're happy that what you've invested in over the last decade continues to move forward? I'm ecstatic about that. There's been all kinds of crazy rumors, the sky is falling, we have to start programming in code red language and all this crazy stuff. But now that you have C#, you have XAML, which everyone's familiar with, the bindings and the technology that they've lived with for the last couple of years is still there. And there's still a magical question of what happens with Silverlight, but we've seen some of that with backward compatible. We got those nice tablets. I've been able to open and run Silverlight on the tablets. That's running Windows 8. So, that goes back to what I started with today and tomorrow. If I have an investment in Silverlight, which we actually do, some people would say that that's dead. There's this whole Silverlight is dead approach. And, if you look at the rest of the world, not just this little tiny microscopic tip of people, 5,000 people that are at Build, but if you look at the rest of the world, we still have 10 years that this stuff is going to run, and and now we have some direction, so we can take all of the XAML interests that we have and maybe migrate that to something else over the next couple of years. But I mean, it's by no means walking up to a cliff and then being pushed off the cliff, right? So when you say something's dead, that's pretty harsh, right? So I'm ecstatic that not only C# but also the XAML stuff that we have invested in lives tomorrow. So
yeah, irrespective of Silverlight or WPF, XAML seems very central to what's happening in Windows 8.
That's right. That's absolutely right.
Well, Scott, thanks so much for talking to us.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Anytime.
Appreciate it.